Hello everyone, the Chart Guys have been working on an introductory technical analysis course for quite some time now, and after surveying hundreds of traders with what would be the most sought after information regarding technical analysis, we came up with this course, When to Enter and Exit. It covers over 5 hours of the basics on when to enter and exit, and we feel after watching this course it will help build a foundation of technical analysis knowledge which will eliminate a lot of the uncertainty in the world of trading stocks. So the course outline, we go over the psychology of trading, establishing a game plan, the different indicators we use to signal a bullish and bearish entry, how to recognize support and resistance levels, poor entries, where traders make mistakes, exit targets, how do you know where to sell your trade, where to place stop losses, that's very important, minimizing losses is what keeps you in the game long term, my personal preparations, how I go about getting ready for each trading day, and then piecing it all together, utilizing all the information we just learned and how to apply that in the real world for making successful, profitable trades. As a bonus, we also include a lot of information on finding entries and exits utilizing patterns, and you can find these patterns on every time frame on pretty much any stock and commodity trading, and certainly being able to recognize those patterns can give you an edge as well. So we hope you will check this out. Again, it's an introductory level course. So if you are new to technical analysis and trying to get a firm grasp on things and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, then this course is for you. I hope you check it out. Appreciate you watching. Checking in on Apple, so another higher low and a higher high, but this is a bearish reversal doji at the top of an uptrend, signaling consolidation is likely coming tomorrow. If we break the low of the day, 119.71, that will increase the odds that we confirm this bearish reversal candlestick. And then we'll be looking down at this little double low of support, 118.21 and 118.22 that we had bounced off of 2 of the last 4 days. So that's the key support level for the bulls to maintain the higher low on the daily. And clearly indecision here, rejecting from the upper Bollinger Band the past 2 days. That level was 120.50 when we were up at the high of the day, and we rejected pretty much to the penny from that resistance. So if we break the low, 119.71, and see a red day tomorrow, we're looking down at 118.21 support as the next level. The weekly chart absolutely is still very bullish. Continuation, higher lows and higher highs. Nice solid green candlestick without a big upper wick of profit taking. So the next 2 days will be important, because if we do consolidate and drop down to the low 119s, then we will see a solid upper wick and profit taking that might indicate consolidation on the weekly time frame is coming. But that's looking ahead of ourselves, 1 day at a time. We'll see if we get that red day tomorrow to confirm that doji. Looking at the 5-minute shorter term time frames on Apple, we had a bull move first thing. We rejected from that upper Bollinger Band daily resistance, and then the bears took over for the rest of the morning. Not a ton of movement in either direction. It was a pretty tight trading range overall. And you can see there's really no trading opportunity for the 4 hours during the middle of the day with a very, very, very tight range. We did see a bullish move here at the end of the day, but whereas SPY and the S&P 500, they closed strong with a high of the day right before the close, we saw this sell-off here in the final half an hour, and that certainly showed weakness where we were not nearly as strong as the S&P 500. So the hourly time frame, the 20-period moving average, holding as support all day. We tested that level and held it about a half dozen times, almost every hour, and that level was 119.98 at the close. So we'll be watching this 20-hour moving average support to start tomorrow, and if we lose that level and lose the low of yesterday, or I should say today, 119.71, we're going to be looking down at 119.27, this 100-hour moving average, as the first support that we look to encounter after that level. So keeping an eye on Apple bearish, and of course if we see the S&P 500 with a little bit of weakness, that will only magnify the move to the downside. So we're going to keep all that in mind, always watching what the overall market is doing, watching what the correlation between the overall market and the individual stock is doing. And with Apple the past couple days, it's been a notable difference where it's kind of been doing its own thing. And I would say within the past 3 days, that's been most clear, whereas we didn't see participation with some of the other bull tech names to end last week. And then to start this week on Tuesday, yesterday, very strong day for Apple where the other tech names weren't nearly as strong. So it's kind of in its own world the past couple of days. But that correlation to the overall market certainly comes and goes, and we'll be watching this 120 psychological level pretty close, which is exactly where we closed at the end of the day, 1 penny below it. So I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in tomorrow to see if we confirm this bearish reversal daily candlestick. See you then.